Hello everyone, today my lecture is on Molly Sweeney by Brian Friel. It is a play without any dialogue or direct interaction between three characters. All three stay on the stage and remain where they are from the beginning to the end. From their respective monologue, we can piece together the entire story. Since childhood, blind Molly has perceived the world through touching. Persuaded by her husband Frank and together with him, Molly came to seek help from the surgeon Mr. Rice. Based on the consensus of the three people, Molly underwent the surgery which was said to enable her to regain sight. After the surgery, Molly was first excited about the new world, but she gradually gets exhausted. She withdraws, loses her job, and finally fell into the condition of blind sight, where she indeed receives and reacts to visual signals but is not aware of the fact that she is seeing anything. Women in Molly Sweeney often shared the abnormality. Molly's blindness is equal to the abnormality that needs to be cured, even though before surgery she got her own job and lived a peaceful life at her own pace. The way how Molly's abnormality and weakness are corrected is similar through bringing her back to the sighted world, where the male gaze dominates usually. Frank highly prized the importance and greatness of the sight. I looked out of my bedroom window and at a single glance I see the front garden and the road beyond, and cars and buses and the tennis courts on the far side and people playing on them and the hills beyond that. Everything, all those details and dozen more, all thin in one immediate comprehensive perception. But Molly's world isn't perceived instantly, comprehensively. She composes a world from a sequence of impressions, one after the other, in time. The sighted world is superior to the tactile world, and he always advocated a new life if Molly could regain the sight successfully. Such a salvationist complex might also be one of the reasons that promoted his experiment on Molly, besides the curiosity to see how Molly learned to see. In contrast, Molly's world is constructed by sensation and touching. Her enjoyment from swimming highlighted such characteristic. I really did believe I got more pleasure, more delight from swimming than sighted people can ever get. Just offering yourself to the experience, every pore open and eager for that world of pure sensation. Of sensation alone, sensation that could not have been enhanced by sight, experience that existed only by touch and feel, and moving swiftly and rhythmically through the unfolding world, and the sense of such assurance, such liberation, such concordance with it. From the above passage, it can be inferred that Molly never thought that feeling this world by touching and sensation is inferior to seeing the world directly, which is totally contrary to Frank's thought. But the blindness is even like a gift for her, rather than a kind of abnormality or weakness, for it brings her so intensive sensation that the sighted world could never provide and replace. And that's why she is so self-confident and self-assured before undergoing the operation. The connection between swimming, body, and female liberation is also one interesting point, since it also reminds me of another feminist novel, The Awakening. By the same token, the learning of swimming plays an important role during the female protagonist's awakening. She eventually commits suicide by hugging the sea. Swimming is not only restoration of the control of the female body, which rebels against the objectification from the male gaze. In the water, all the sensation that women obtain is so directly from themselves. They are the subjects, not the objects to be gazed upon. By closely touching the water, swimming also enables women to share the connection with the water and the fluidity of the water. They are no longer the shape that is observed, but rather a flowing sensation of their own. They are not here to please someone's eyes. They are here to experience their existence. Through sensations from swimming, women successfully feel themselves, own themselves, and reclaim their body autonomy from the male gaze. Molly should have belonged to the tactile world of sensation, but with her husband Frank's insistence and assistance from Mr. Rice, she was dragged into the sighted world, which leads to her miserable and terrible ending, eventually living in the borderline between fantasy and reality, being exiled from her old blind world and ultimately withdrawing from the sighted world. Molly's story also told the truth that sometimes blindness might not be the deficiency and the sighted world might not suit everybody, leaving us a highly dialectical and thought-provoking question that can also be universally applied to most issues: to see or not to see.